What's up? What's up, Camila? How are you?
Hi, Rob. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm here dealing with the world of Zoom and the world of streaming and all that other jazz. It's like it always seems to change like, constantly.
Yes, that's how technology works.
That's right. That's right. It's one of those things that you just kind of like always got to take it in stride and be like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I used to work for HP many years, and
Uh-huh.
I do know, trust me.
Yeah, yeah. It's so funny because, I'm over here at this week, several groups that I'm a part of, they've been having a similar challenge, and it's what happens is that it's not streaming to the Facebook group, but it's streaming everywhere else. So it's like, okay, now we got
Oh,
to fix why isn't it streaming to Facebook? Because Facebook likes to change things last minute. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But,
Well, I am happy to say that I am here dealing with Super Bowl stuff everywhere.
oh, really? Look at you.
I'm in I'm in Las Vegas.
Right. All right. Yeah, I think I saw your yeah, you were gonna be at the NLP class that I was teaching at one time.
Yes,
Like yeah,
and
yeah,
didn't make it because I ended up with an appointment.
I hear you. Well, hey, we could reconnect afterwards and stuff. But you got some really great people on here. You got Rosa, you got Jessica, you got Denise coming in from Denise. Where are you again? You're somewhere cold, you know?
Very cold. Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
That's right, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And so is Jessica. She's in another cold city. So we're
It's
gonna get
actually not
started.
that bad now that the sun is out.
Oh, really? Okay, good, 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 good. So yeah, I was gonna send you some warm thoughts, so this way you guys can bundle up and feel good. But great, we're gonna go ahead and get started as more people are jumping on. We're gonna talk about cold call success and just how to really streamline your approach. Because I think that what happens oftentimes is that we overthink the process of lead generation. We overthink the process of cold calling and things like that, and it's just we just tend to make it more difficult than what it needs to be. So today, I want to be able to just let's just cut to the chase. Let's keep it simple. What is it really that we're doing, so that this way our mindset doesn't sabotage us in the process, because that's what ends up happening. It's a self-sabotaging process, and what I'd like to do is at least be able to bring everyone up to the point where you can master the art of cold calling. And we're going to look at cold calling from a different lens. I always make this analogy in terms of taking off the current perspective that you have and be open to trying on a new perspective. It's like trying on a new pair of shoes, right? It's like trying on a new outfit. You make adjustments as you go along. And when it comes to lead generation, everything's really about adjustments. Everything in lead generation is really about flexibility. It's about what works and what doesn't work. Because I think what happens is oftentimes we get caught up in the minutiae of, did I do this the right way? Did I do it at this time? Did I call at 8 o'clock exactly? I remember I was talking to a guy who was talking about lead generating, that he starts calling people at 7:30 in the morning. And if he missed calling somebody at 7:30 or 7:35, it would ruin his mindset. It was like this massive obsession. And I get it, right? When you're in an intense mode and you're focused, you got some folks that are just like that, right? You give them a bone, and there's no way you're going to take the bone out of their mouth. It's just they just hold on to it. And the thing is that in a business that we're in, which is real estate business, flexibility is your friend. So I want to be able to say that flexibility is your friend. The rigidity is there to create structure, so that this way you can be able to see what works and what doesn't work. That's the purpose of having a routine. That's the purpose of having a schedule. right? So that this way, in your schedule, you're going to start to notice, hey, what works and what doesn't work for me. And there is a real thing about people. Some people are daytime people and some people are nighttime people. That's a true thing. It's a real thing, so it's for some people, the early morning, it just isn't going to work, but I know plenty of real estate agents that literally, they wake up like at 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning, but they're multi million-dollar producers. And you ask yourself, how is it that they're doing this? They don't have like the super strict schedule, right? They don't have a schedule that is 8 a.m. lead generating and so on and so forth for 3 or 4 or 5 hours. But they do understand a simple principle, which is, lead generation is something that can be done in so many ways. And in the last several weeks, we've been talking about different ways of connecting people, whether it's social media, whether it's events, whether it's parties, whether it's picking up the phone and making a cold call. There's so many different ways. And what I want you guys to do is during this time, in the next few minutes, I want you to imagine yourselves, oh, look at Leon's holding his hand up and his camera's frozen. But I want you to imagine yourselves, like as if you're an archer. If you remember the movie Hunger Games, okay, not to say this is Hunger Games, but in some places it is, right? But you're an archer. And with an archer, basically the archer carefully, chooses the right arrow to aim for precision, right? And it's the same thing when you're lead generating, when you're doing cold calls, is that you want to be able to have the approach that is the right approach and the right conversation, the right opener, the right start, so that this way you are so precise that the moment a person picks up the phone and you're answering the phone and you're having communication with them, you're ensuring that you hit the mark every single time. And when you look at from the archer's focus stance, it's just very similar to like the world of music. We just had the Grammys a couple of days ago. I haven't watched it in, God, like 10, 15 years. So all these new artists, I don't even know who they are, but imagine a conductor, right, harmonizing an orchestra. And like a conductor, okay, and you have your own orchestra, you're orchestrating your calls to create a symphony of success and interactions, which turns crazy discord in terms of what's happening into harmony. And what does that mean? That means that sometimes calling your friends and family, and sometimes calling people that know, like, and trust you and love you is the better way to start off your music. It's the better way to start off your concert before you jump in cold into an expired listing that has gotten 400 to 500 calls or whatever the exaggeration that to say, or a FISBO. It's be tactful, know yourself, okay? Know what works well. So sometimes for me, there were days where sometimes I just didn't feel like having the massive rejection right up front. Sometimes I just felt like, what? I just need to talk to a good buddy of mine. I need to talk to people that give me energy, that we can reciprocate energy back and forth. And when I would talk to those people, I would be in a different state of mind. And these were people that would refer me business as well too. So the key is having great conversations and creating, a harmonic morning, a harmonic day for lead generation. Very similar to, a scientist experimenting in a lab, right? They're putting everything together, putting all the pieces together, or an explorer exploring new territories. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at different approaches that you can take to cold calling, different approaches that you can take to support you with your goals, because that's at the end of the day, that's the ultimate goal, which is to do more transactions, which is to find more people that want to do businesses with us. Can we guys agree on that? If you're not driving, you can drop a 1 in the chat, or if you're driving, you can raise your hand or something, So this way we know we have interaction, because use the momentum that you have in your favor so that you can be able to create incredible results. And for those of you who are watching on live stream, drop your comments, #live or #replay. If you want to jump into VIP with us, just put in hashtag VIP and we'll send you the registration link, because VIP is one of the best things that you guys could ever do. And what the VIP group is that directly after this training, we engage in a Q&A session directly with me. I've been in the business for over 20 years. I was listing 100 homes per year when I was running my team in New York City. And then we were doing 200 deals per year at one point during the short sale market and everything. So I understand the business of real estate. I also was a team leader for Keller Williams in Fort Lauderdale. So I ran a market center for close to 3.5 years. And working with the top 20% and coaching the top 20%, you learn a lot, and also creating a very profitable market center as well too. And then I'm also an NLP master trainer and coach. So neuro-linguistic programming, if you're not aware of it, is something that is very powerful in using the psychology of how we work, how we think as people, so that we can create better results in our lives and in the lives of others. And we'll get into that in terms of how we can use that with our scripts and dialogues during the rest of the training. But before we jump into the training, if you are not in VIP, guys, I recommend that you sign up now, so that this way, because we're going to be switching into VIP mode soon and teaching, but also cutting off the feed. So one last thing, a word of our sponsor. Our sponsor is Follow Up Beast. If you guys have not had an opportunity to check out Follow Up Beast, then this is the best time to do so. When you look at Follow Up, basically, if we don't feel like doing the follow-up, the machine will do it for us. So this is that opportunity to leverage your time, your energy, and your effort. Hey, I got my Follow-Up Beast swag, and it's amazing because the system literally kicks off a conversation for a for sale by owner, kicks off a conversation with expired listings. It reaches out to my past clients, my center of influence. It stirs up the conversation. And every single day, it's outreaching to anywhere between 50 to 70 people per day. So, when you look at those numbers, you're looking at 350 people, over 1,000 people that I'm communicating with, but I'm not really the one communicating with them at the beginning. It starts off with the platform running things and then creating those conversations. Because let's be honest, has there ever been a time, guys, where you've called up friends and family and all you're getting is voicemail messages? All you're getting is just nothing, ringless tones, and they won't even call you back unless you leave a voicemail message. Has anybody ever experienced that before? Absolutely, right? So basically what this does, it gets rid of all that stuff, and it does all the follow-up for me, and I'm able to manage my whole system through it. And at the same time, when the person's ready to have a conversation, then this is where I can jump in and have the conversation with them. So the amount of time that I save not hours, but days by using the platform. And I'm able to monitor and manage everything through my dashboard. I can see where my leads are coming from. I can see my Google ads, my Facebook ads, everything through the entire platform, and the dashboard as well too. So guys, if you haven't had a chance, check it out, followupbeast.ai, and book a demo. Be happy to show you how it works. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into the topic of conversation. And if you're not in VIP, hashtag VIP, and you'll be able to jump